New reports are coming in per Steve Kerr that Andrew Wiggins is expected to be with the Golden State Warriors past the February 8th trade deadline, and I'm just not buying it, which is exactly what we're going to talk about on today's show. Welcome into Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and of course, I just need one thing from you guys before we dive really deep into a lot of Andrew Wiggins trade rumors, is to go on ahead and hit that sub button for me. Because if Wiggy gets traded, if Klay Thompson gets traded, if Chris Paul gets traded, if anything happens, we're going to talk about it right here. So I want you guys to be a part of it and get everything Dub Nation. So be sure to hit that subscribe button for me. Let's start off with a tweet here from Monty Poole saying Warriors coach Steve Kerr is aware that Andrew Wiggins' name has been mentioned in trade chatter, but says he expects Wiggs to be with the team after the February 8th trade deadline. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at what Wiggins has been doing throughout the month of January. We do know that he did do a lot better when Draymond Green came back. That's why Steve Kerr has put it back in the starting lineup along with Jonathan Kuminga, with Draymond Green being the anchor and the plus-minus between the two who can't seem to figure out how to work together. Well, Wiggins did have a better month of January. December was actually his best month out of the four, but for January, it's 12.2 points per game, 4 rebounds, 49% from the field, which is fantastic, and 34% from the three-point line, which is better than he has shot all season from the three-point line. However, I'm just not sure if I'm fully on the wave that Mike Dunleavy is not ready to trade Andrew Wiggins. Because this was pretty interesting to me, the fact that Shams Charania did say on January 29th, which was just a few days ago, they're gonna take calls on Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul. Could they even get interest on a guy like Klay Thompson? I think those are very much open conversations for the Warriors. They have to be open-minded. So flat out, I do not think Wiggins is safe. I think the head coach should be saying that. I think he should be defending his players to the media because you're trying to build their confidence up, especially a player like Wiggins who has been very inconsistent this season. But I'm calling bullshit. I'm saying if Mike Dunleavy is going to get a trade that's going to be worth trading Andrew Wiggins, he's saying goodbye to him, as the Warriors should. He's been not very helpful this season. He's had spurts, and I've really enjoyed how he's played throughout the month of January. But ultimately, Steve Kerr does not make trades. Mike Dunleavy does. And while I give a lot of credit for Steve Kerr for sticking up for Andrew Wiggins, I just don't know how much say Steve Kerr has in the trade market. But nonetheless, that's just my opinion. That's why we have Warriors Today by Chat Sports, so that I give you my opinion, I show you the stats, and you guys talk back to me. So, should the Warriors trade Andrew Wiggins? Go on ahead and comment why or why not down below. While you guys are doing that, I want to talk to you guys about what makes Warriors Today so special, and of course that is Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America right now. I'm playing it, Smitty's playing it, you guys should be playing it too. Why? Because it's super easy, and not to mention just a ton of fun. All you have to do is pick between 2 to 6 players and just pick more or less on their projected stats, and you can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. And the best part is, it takes less than 60 seconds to make your picks. I always go more because I think life is too short. I pick the more. So I went on ahead and picked for tonight's games. I have James Harden having more than 14.5 rebounds, and then Clint Capella having more than 10 rebounds. Went with the rebounds tonight, but there's numerous categories. Points, 3-point shots attempted, free throws made. There are numerous categories and numerous sports and players you guys can choose from, so go on ahead and get started today. Just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Be sure to use promo code CLNS. That way PrizePicks knows that you guys are watching Chat Sports, and you're going to get a first-time deposit match up to $100 so you can watch yourself win some real money in real time. So now what? If Andrew Wiggins isn't going to be traded, are they going to trade anybody before the NBA trade deadline? Because keep in mind, the Warriors are still 12th. The Warriors still need help. So if you're not willing to trade away Wiggins, Klay Thompson, or Draymond Green, what are you guys doing? Because here are the most recent reports that came out about these trade rumors. On February 1st, no interest in trading Klay Thompson or Draymond Green despite previous reports. The same day, Steve Kerr says there's no better player than CP3 or GP2 out there on the trade market. And then today, the Warriors don't expect Wiggins to be traded. Steve Kerr coming out and saying there's no better player on the trade market right now than Chris Paul and Gary Payton II. I agree with him in some sorts. I understand you've got a highly defensive player in GP2 and you've got a point guard veteran in CP3, but here's the kicker, Steve Kerr. They're both severely injured right now. So Steven Adams just got traded from the Memphis Grizzlies, although he's severely hurt right now. Why would you not be able to do the exact same thing with these two players? But there was an injury update on Chris Paul and, of course, Moses Moody, Gary Payton II. They've all been out for a long period of time. Moses Moody, that was pretty influential to have him be cleared and to practice. He should be revving up to be able to play soon. Chris Paul just got reevaluated, and now he's going to be reevaluated again in another 2 weeks. It's going to be tough for the future of Chris Paul, but if Steve Kerr says there's nobody else out there on the trade market that's better than Chris Paul, I just don't know if I agree with that statement. But nonetheless, Steve Kerr did continue to say, look, this is not my call. I think a deal almost always is unlikely, but that doesn't mean a deal won't happen. That's Mike Dunleavy's job. It's really not anything I concern myself with. Mike will obviously call me and keep me in the loop if something's going on, but the fact is, most trade deadlines, not much happens. While I do agree with you there on the most trade deadlines, the Warriors are 12th in the Western Conference, and I could really see Mike Dunleavy not settling for the 12th place in the Western Conference when it comes time in May. And here's the kicker. Most trades that do happen, think of Drew Holiday getting traded to the Celtics. You heard reports afterwards that came out that he was not expecting this trade call. Same thing happened for Marcus Smart. Same thing happened for Donovan Mitchell. A lot of these players are left in the dark when they're traded. And the Warriors still need a true big. They need defense. They need a secondary scorer. It's not like the Warriors are top of the Western Conference right now, and you don't have to make a trade. You should, because things are not working in the Bay Area. So I believe Mike Dunleavy will make a move if necessary, and unfortunately Steve Kerr is just going to have to be okay with that. But who that player is up to Mike Dunleavy. So go on ahead and comment down below a player you would like to see the Warriors trade for before that February 8th trade deadline. Let me know if there are players out there you think are better than Chris Paul or Gary Payton II. Name them down below. Let's have a conversation about it. And while you guys are at it, be sure to hit that sub button because like I said, any breaking news, any trade rumors, anything going on with the Golden State Warriors, of course, you can go on ahead and hit that sub button and subscribe today.